Maybe I'll start doing more videos because I don't particularly care. I mean, I just don't want y'all to think that I'm wearing the same thing every single day because I post all these videos on different days, even though I'm definitely wearing the same thing every day. Like, but I wash this onesie pretty regularly, so it doesn't matter that I wear it all the time. I never wear it naked. I'm not into that. I don't understand how people can be into that. This is a weird rant to go on. But I don't understand how people can like go commando. It just doesn't seem comfortable, especially if you're wearing like a skirt or a kilt or like a dress. No. Like what if it's cold outside? I mean, I would hope that people don't go commando when it's cold outside, but like what if you do? Mm, I didn't like that. So that's like a weird thought to have. It's a very weird rant to go on. Although this material is pretty soft, so I suppose if you were to wear it naked, you'd be fine. That's not for me. I also can't sleep in this. I get too hot. But yeah, I have 10,000 blankets because I crochet, but y'all know that. So I don't remember if this is the last vampire book. I really wanted it to be the last vampire book, but it's called Vampire King. It's an adult fairy tale, and it's Cinderella Book 1. And I'm really happy I didn't have to pay for this book. It's a modern retelling of Cinderella. The lady's first name is Joanna. I'm not going to even attempt to touch her last name. I don't want to get it wrong. I will put it in the description. Yeah, it came out in 2017. The genres are romance and paranormal fiction. I had very low hopes at this point. I'm just looking ahead right now. So, Cindy is waiting for Lord Gerard. Her stepmom is awful, and after her dad died, highwaymen became like her friends because her stepmom doesn't really pay any attention to her. Her stepmom sold her father's stuff like in the night, and Cindy wants them back. So, she ends up defending a lady of the night, and she gets caught. All of this is a ploy to get Cindy out of her father's will. If Cindy marries, though, she'll be able to get her father's land. And the king is looking for a wife for his son. There's a ball. The king wants Cindy instead and fights Ida to her bitter end. Like, instead of her marrying the son, the king wants to marry her. Not, he doesn't want her to marry the prince. I don't know how old the king was supposed to be, but I got bored. Cinderella retellings don't seem to be my thing. The only retellings I was able to get through are the ones about Persephone. Yeah. Let's go on to the next one. The next book is Sweep. Again, there are 15 of these books, so I hope you're ready, because I certainly am. The Coven is the second one. Blood Witch is the third one, I'm pretty sure. I think. Is that right? Hang on. Yeah. Blood Witch is the third one. So, that's next. I wish all of these went in the order that I have them over there, but they don't because I put them in page number order. So, for the most part, the further into like a round of books we are, the more pages it has. Yeah, so The Coven by Kate Tiernan came out in 2001, and it's the second book. And I want Megan's stupid-ass friends to go... Megan? I thought her name was Morgan. Hang on. Yeah, Morgan is her name. I want Megan's stupid-ass friends to go away. I do not remember when Morgan ends up with the other guy, but I know she doesn't stay with Call. I don't remember what happens to Bree. I hate her so much because I know people like her from high school. It's so annoying. Morgan and Call are together now, and Bree is salty about it. Morgan is a blood witch. Megan just accepts being a witch. Her family doesn't. She finds out why and how she was adopted, and she finds out about Maeve Riordan. Cool. Mary Kate is mad because she wants life to go back to the way it was before, but like, They should have told Mary Kate as well that she is adopted, because things like this happen, and like, it doesn't mean that Morgan is rejecting her sister. She just wants to know who she is, because like, this could kind of be seen as like a metaphor for health issues, because what if Morgan is adopted? That means that her genes aren't the same as the rest of her family's. So like, what if there was something, not even like magic, what if there was something life-threatening in her genes? Like, she needs to know about that. But it doesn't, if your sibling is adopted and they start looking for their real family, there could be real family, for their biological family. There could be any number of reasons why they're doing that. It does not mean that they are rejecting you, or that they don't want to be your sibling anymore or your child anymore. There are medical reasons why people do it. There are identity reasons why people do it. There are selfish reasons why people do it. If you have given your child a good life, and like, they love you and you support them and they're happy as siblings and family just in general, you are their real family. They can't replace what you have given them. So really, it's not your place to tell them not to look for their biological family because of like the health thing, especially if you don't know their medical history. So anyway, Bree and Raven are being awful. So the Bell Tower Coven, which is Cal's mom, not Call, his name is Cal. Cal's mom, they know about Maeve Riordan. I'm just gonna call her Maeve from now on. At the beginning of each chapter are in this book are Book of Shadows entries that are Morgan's mother. Yeah. Her adoptive parents are acting like everything is normal. Morgan can't take it, and she goes to Cal's house. He's not at home, but his mom is, so they talk for a little bit. Raven, Bree, and Beth join a different coven. Dagda was also Maeve's name for Morgan, which, that's cute, although it doesn't go with the M thing that they have going on. So, her parents tell her what they know, like, I think Maeve was like thrown into a river or something like that, her and her husband, and they really want her to leave magic alone because the reason she was killed was for being a witch. But those the bridges have like already been built, so Morgan can't turn her back on this now. Raven and Bree want to wither Cal's love for her. I keep wanting to call him Cal because of the companions quartet. I apologize. His name is Cal. His name is Cal. His name is Cal. Morgan meets Sky and Hunter. They are new to town. If I am not mistaken, Morgan ends up dating Hunter, and Cal's mom leaves town, and Cal goes like crazy because he really wants to be with Morgan, but Morgan's like, nah. At which point Bree should have been like, oh shit, this dude is kind of terrible, and if I had been with him, he would have just been settling for me and not actually loved me. Which is what I want everybody in that situation to realize. No friendship is worth a boy. If the boy is toxic and rude, no friendship is worth the boy. Now, if you have a healthy relationship and your friends are just being jealous, that's a whole other conversation. You two should not be fighting over a boy, because here's my big thing with that. People always talk about like women fighting over a guy, and in certain circumstances it's the guy's fault. But in this circumstance, who do he want? If he doesn't want girl A, then girl A needs to fuck off somewhere because he doesn't want you. Never fight for a person who doesn't want you. And don't be a bitter Betty just because your friend is in a relationship and you aren't. Also, with these books, for some reason I'm having a difficult time locating the third one as a set. Like, if you remember, I think I took it out. This is the second trilogy book. all of the trilogy books look like this. They're just different colors. This is the second set of 3, so this is 4 through 6. For some reason, I'm having a very difficult time locating the third one, which is red like this. And I don't know why. It's very aggravating. I'm not paying $30 for 3 books that came out in the early 2000s. And I think I have to buy them individually, which is annoying because there are 15 of these fucking books. Could you imagine reading these in the early 2000s? Like owning them. You would have 15 books in your thing. My bookshelf is not that big. I already need a second bookshelf because of how many books I have. If I had 15 of these, that would be ridiculous. But hopefully, the only individual books I have to buy, because they're all little 100-page things. Hopefully, the only set of individual books I have to buy is for the third set of 3. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't remember if Bree comes around. I hope she comes around. Be shitty to lose that long of a friendship over a fucking boy. That's so annoying to me. No friendship is worth fighting over a person. Not a single one. Who do they want? If they don't want either of you, then both of you need to move on. And if they don't want one of you but happen to want the other one, do not let that ruin your friendship. They don't want you in the first place. So, what's the point of trying to make them want you? I guess, like, and subscribe. Is that my thing now? I guess, like, and subscribe.